Pasti teman-teman pernah dengar celetukan, anak Gen Z gampang banget nyerah. Baru dikritik dikit langsung overthinking. Atau, anak zaman sekarang kalau stres dikit pasti langsung healing. Lalu, teman-teman pasti pernah mendengar istilah generasi strawberry. Generasi yang kelihatannya cantik di luar tapi rapuh ketika menghadapi tekanan.
Have you ever heard people say that Gen Z gives up too easily? Just a little criticism and they start overthinking. Or when they feel just a bit stressed, they immediately go on a healing trip. Maybe you've also heard the term strawberry generation, a generation that looks beautiful and perfect on the outside but seem fragile when facing pressure.
Kenapa ya Gen Z sering banget dicap lemah sama generasi yang lebih tua? Atau hal ini terjadi karena adanya benturan nilai antar generasi? Di video kali ini, kita akan jelajahi sisi psikologis dan sosial di balik label lemah ini. Aku Noala, akan memandumu untuk memuaskan rasa keingintahuanmu.
So, why is Gen Z often labeled weak by older generation? Or maybe this happens because of a clash in values between generation. In this video, we're going to explore the psychological and social sides behind this weak label. I'm Noala, and I'll guide you through this topic so you can satisfy your curiosity.
Pertama, kita harus pahami dulu, Gen Z tumbuh dalam lingkungan yang sangat berbeda dengan generasi Baby Boomer atau Gen X. Label lemah yang sering disematkan ke Gen Z itu sebenarnya muncul dari perbandingan gaya hidup antar generasi. Generasi Baby Boomer dan Gen X tumbuh di era yang keras, stabilitas ekonomi sulit, informasi terbatas, dan harus kerja keras untuk bertahan. Sementara Gen Z tumbuh di era digital, serba cepat, penuh informasi, dan di satu sisi, serba cemas.
First, we need to understand that Gen Z grew up in a very different environment compared to baby boomers or Gen X. The level of weakness actually comes from comparing lifestyle between generations. Baby boomers and Gen X grew up in a thought era. Economic stability was difficult, information was limited, and people had to work hard just to survive. Meanwhile, Gen Z grew up in a fast-paced digital era, full of information and in many ways, full of anxiety.
Menurut Dr. Haim Ginott, dalam teori helikopter parenting yang banyak diteliti dalam psikologi perkembangan, generasi sebelum Gen Z sering dibesarkan dengan pola asuh yang lebih independen dan otoriter. Sementara banyak Gen Z yang dibesarkan dengan pola asuh yang lebih protektif dan fokus pada harga diri atau self-esteem. Dari kecil, mereka terus didengar dan dilindungi. Ini bagus untuk membangun kepercayaan diri. Tapi di mata generasi lama yang terbiasa tahan banting, ini bisa terlihat seperti manja. Nah, karena cara hidup dan pola asuh yang berbeda ini, maka cara menghadapi masalah tiap generasi pun beda juga. Tapi bedanya ini sering disalahartikan sebagai tanda kelemahan.
According to Dr. Haim Ginott and concept of helicopter parenting, which has been widely studied in developmental psychology, earlier generations were raised with more independent and authoritarian parenting style. Many Gen Z, however, grew up with more protection and a strong focus on self-esteem. Since childhood, they have been heard, protected, and supported. This is great for building confidence, but to older generation who are used to hardship, it may look being spoiled. Because life experiences and parenting style are different, the way each generation handles problems become different too. But suddenly, these differences are often misunderstood as weaknesses.
Yang kedua, menurut penelitian dari The American Psychological Association tahun 2022, Gen Z adalah generasi paling cemas dibanding generasi lain. Hal ini disebabkan karena Gen Z adalah generasi digital native. Mereka tidak pernah mengenal dunia tanpa internet. Tekanan di dunia maya, seperti cyberbullying, FOMO atau fear of missing out, dan standar kesuksesan yang tidak realistis adalah tekanan yang nyata dan tidak dialami generasi sebelumnya dalam bentuk yang sama. Jadi ketika Gen Z terlihat stres karena media sosial, generasi sebelumnya mungkin menganggapnya sebagai masalah yang tidak nyata.
Second, research from the American Psychological Association in 2022 shows that Gen Z is the most anxious generation compared to others. One major reason is that Gen Z is the first true digital native generation. They never experienced a world without the internet. Online pressures such as cyberbullying, FOMO, and unrealistic success standards are real stress stress factors, something older generation did not face in the same way. So when Gen Z looks stressed because of social media, older people may see it as something not serious.
Selain itu, Gen Z lebih sadar akan krisis global seperti pandemi, resesi, dan perubahan iklim bikin masa depan terasa nggak pasti. Jadi, bukan karena lemah, tapi karena beban psikologis mereka jauh lebih kompleks, terutama di era informasi yang nggak pernah berhenti seperti sekarang ini. Menariknya, Gen Z justru dikenal sebagai generasi yang lebih sadar kesehatan mental. Kalau dulu stres dianggap hal biasa, sekarang mereka berani ngomong, "Aku butuh bantuan, aku butuh istirahat."
Gen Z is also more aware of global crises like the pandemic, recession, and climate change, which makes the future feel uncertain. So it's not about being weak, it's because their psychological burden is much more complex, especially in an age where information never stops. Interestingly, Gen Z is actually known as a generation that is more aware of mental health. If stress used to be seen as normal and ignored, now Gen Z can openly say, "I need help, I need a break."
Menurut riset dari Verywell Mind dan Harvard Health, Gen Z paling terbuka terhadap terapi dan self-care dibanding generasi sebelumnya. Nah, buat sebagian orang tua, keterbukaan ini justru terlihat seperti kelemahan. Padahal sebenarnya ini bentuk kekuatan bahwa mereka berani menghadapi diri sendiri. Dan menurut penelitian di Jurnal Psikologi Indonesia yang terbit tahun 2021, keterbukaan emosional ini justru meningkatkan resiliensi dan kemampuan beradaptasi terhadap stres. Hal ini tentunya akan menyebabkan adanya benturan nilai antar generasi.
Research from Verywell Mind and Harvard Health show that Gen Z is the most open to therapy and self-care compared to previous generation. For some parents, this look like weakness, but in reality, it's a form of strength because they are brave enough to confront themselves. A study published in the Indonesian Journal of Psychology in 2021 even stated that emotional openness increases resilience and adaptability to stress. Of course, this leads to a value clash between generations.
Apa yang dianggap kuat oleh generasi lama belum tentu sama definisinya bagi Gen Z. Berdasarkan penelitian oleh American Psychological Association atau biasa disebut APA, bagi generasi lama, kuat berarti diam dan menahan masalah. Namun bagi Gen Z, kuat justru berarti berani mengakui kelemahan dan mencari pertolongan. Apa yang disebut lemah oleh generasi lama sebenarnya adalah kesadaran akan kesehatan mental yang lebih tinggi. Gen Z lebih berani bilang, "Aku nggak baik-baik aja," dan itu adalah bentuk keberanian baru. Sebagai bentuk, mereka berani menghadapi diri sendiri dan lebih aware akan diri sendiri.
Based on a study from the American Physiological Association, older generation defines strength as staying silent and enduring problems alone. But for Gen Z, strength means admitting weakness and seeking help. What older generation call weakness is actually higher mental health awareness. Gen Z is more willing to say, "I'm not okay," and that is a new form of courage, facing themselves and being more self-aware.
Lalu, berdasarkan studi dari LinkedIn atau Deloitte tentang tren kerja Gen Z, bertahan di pekerjaan yang toksik justru dianggap bodoh. Lain halnya dengan generasi baby boomer, mungkin bangga bertahan di satu perusahaan selama 30 tahun. Gen Z lebih loyal pada nilai-nilai pribadi, work-life balance, dan pertumbuhan diri. Sementara generasi sebelumnya, sikap ini bisa dianggap sebagai tidak setia dan cepat menyerah.
Studies from LinkedIn and Deloitte about Gen Z work trends show that staying in a toxic workplace is considered foolish. Unlike baby boomers who may feel proud to stay at one company for 30 years, Gen Z values personal growth, work-life balance, and self-respect. To older generation, this may look disloyal or like giving up too fast.
Sekarang bayangkan, bagi generasi yang dulu berjuang dari nol, kerja keras tanpa banyak mengeluh itu tanda kekuatan. Tapi bagi Gen Z, keseimbangan hidup dan kesehatan mental justru jadi prioritas. Jadi yang terjadi bukan siapa kuat, siapa lemah, tapi benturan nilai hidup dan cara bertahan yang berbeda.
So imagine this, for a generation that had to struggle from nothing, working hard without complaining is a sign of strength. But for Gen Z, life balance and mental well-being are the real priorities. So the issue is not about who's strong or weak, but rather a clash of values and survival strategies.
Jangan salah, di balik stereotip lemah, Gen Z juga punya kekuatan luar biasa. Yang pertama, adaptif terhadap perubahan teknologi. Kedua, punya empati sosial tinggi. Terakhir, berani bicara soal keadilan, kesetaraan, dan isu global. Penelitian dari survei Deloitte Global pada tahun 2024 bahkan menyebut Gen Z adalah generasi paling sadar nilai, paling peduli terhadap isu kemanusiaan dan lingkungan. Jadi mungkin mereka bukan lemah, tapi lebih peka dan manusiawi.
Behind the stereotype of being weak, Gen Z actually has strong advantages. First, they are adaptable to technology. Second, they have high social empathy. And finally, they are willing to speak up about justice, equality, and global issues. Deloitte Global 2024 survey even states that Gen Z is the most value-driven generation and cares deeply about humanity and the environment. So maybe they are not weak, maybe they are simply more sensitive and more human.
Jadi, setiap generasi punya caranya sendiri buat bertahan. Gen Z bukan lemah. Mereka hanya berjuang di medan perang yang berbeda. Medan perangnya penuh dengan tekanan digital, ketidakpastian ekonomi, dan kesadaran akan isu-isu global yang membuat cemas. Sebaliknya, kita juga perlu memahami bahwa generasi sebelumnya dibesarkan dengan nilai survival dan ketahanan fisik. Kritik mereka, meski terdengar menyebalkan, seringkali berasal dari rasa khawatir dan cara mereka menunjukkan kasih sayang.
Every generation has its own way of surviving. Gen Z is not weak. They are simply fighting on a different battlefield. A battlefield full of digital pressure, economic uncertainty, and growing awareness of global threats. At the same time, older generations were raised with value of survival and physical endurance. Even though their criticism sometimes sounds annoying, it often comes from worry and expressed in the way they understand love.
Menurut bahasa mereka. Kalau kamu Gen Z atau mungkin dari generasi sebelumnya, gimana menurutmu? Tulis pendapatmu di kolom komentar. Jangan lupa like, share, dan subscribe, biar makin banyak yang bisa mikir bareng. Aku Noala, stay curious, dan sampai jumpa.
So, whether you're Gen Z or from a previous generation, what do you think? Leave your thought in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so more people can think together. I'm Noala, stay curious, and see you next time.